So we go from the biggest weight class to the smallest, 125. Spencer Moore, one of the ranked wrestlers for North Carolina, 11-4 this year. Sammie Hayes inserted into the lineup. No Kyle Monteperto. He is out with an injury. So Sammie Hayes able to cut down and compete tonight at 125. And you take a look at last time we saw Hayes in action. It's been a couple of months, December 9th. So not only has he cut weight, we'll see how rusty he is competing here in the spotlight of Friday Night Duels against a tough customer and Spencer Moore, the redshirt sophomore.
And this is a tough match, and it's tough because Spencer Moore is just one of the guys that just wants to stay in your face. He said one of his best techniques is the ability to wear people down. And for someone that hasn't wrestled in a while, that this can be tiresome. Immediately when you look at Hayes, his older brother, Louis Hayes, All-American here, he's more of a stout, shorter guy. You can see clearly Sammie Hayes is a taller wrestler.
He's a sophomore, Orland Park, Illinois, Carl Sandburg High School. And Rock mentioned his older brother, Louis, who was an All-American for UVA. Younger brother, Rocco, heading to Charlottesville as well, a commit for the Cavaliers. Garland loves recruiting family, and certainly the Hayes have made their impact. And now Sammie in his first year on the grounds. Keep in mind, he started his career in Illinois, and then he made the decision to head east to Virginia. Trying to get his head cleared from underneath. Moore giving a couple of tugs, trying to find any angle to get to as he swings to the left side of the body. Those long arms of Hayes preventing him from getting to the quarter. So Moore comes right back in on that high C shot, and he will get the three here. So Spencer Moore showing some of his versatility offensively.
And transition right to what's called a Turk, when you hook that bottom leg, and he's trying to hip his body across while cross-facing. And Hayes did a good job of bellying down and getting the leg unhooked. Good high C or fireman's to a dump, and going to work on top is Spencer Moore. Continue to roll the wrist. You see that one-on-one meaning that one hand is on the other hand of wrestling. Continue to roll the wrist like a motorcycle. If you ever rode a motorcycle, you roll the wrist. That's what he's doing right now. He's trying to roll the wrist from being out to underneath, kind of just like a motorcycle.
Spencer Moore in a good position here. He has Hayes completely flattened out, leg in. Final few moments. He'll end with over a minute of riding time. The takedown and a 3-0 lead, Rock, as we go back to Spencer Moore and his offense.
He controls, he goes to almost a fireman's carry, and then he pops his head. But you see, he kept that bottom leg hooked, and he's trying to work for near fall points, but Hayes did a good job of not going over. This is Hayes' best position, top.
Key moment in this match, if you're Sammie Hayes, trying to get some type of turn, does not look like he's going to be able to do so. Moore gets away, now ups the advantage to 4-0.
Little knee tap to a go behind. Immediately he goes out front, gets 6 but he's starting to feel it right now. He said this is where he's strongest. He said wearing people down. He's going to continue to lock between the legs and the crotch, and at this point, Moore's going to pop his head to the side to get through to the double. And he's going right back to the front. You see, he's not just releasing him, he's keeping the pressure on the back of his head, just tiring out Hayes. He's going to continue to attack.
This has to feel good if you're Spencer Moore. He's had so many tight ACC duels over the last 3 weeks, and now he's able to open up his offense a little bit.
He said that when his father was training him in Kentucky, he said that, son, I may not be able to give you best technique, but what I'll make sure is that you have the best conditioning.
Well, you hear the state of Kentucky and you don't necessarily think wrestling, but they had a nice little wrestling clan. In fact, a lot of the training sessions took place in a metal pole barn that his father Jason constructed, and Spencer was just so complimentary of what Jason has meant to him throughout his years, not just as a coach and a father, but as a fan. He'll make the 8-hour drive. He told us he surprised Spencer last week. He looked up. He didn't know his father was coming. He looked up and he saw him in the stands watching him win 1-0 over Colton Camacho. So a lot of family support. His mother can't quite make the trip as much because she is a school teacher, Amber, so she doesn't get to make too many of the Friday night duels, but Jason is there pretty much all the time, except for this weekend, though, Rock, because little sister Emma is wrestling for a state title this weekend in the Moore family.
You talk about families being into one sport. They said they finally convinced a little sister to wrestle here. Not just that, but Spencer Moore is dating a wrestler. His girlfriend wrestles for Presbyterian. And Max Shaw says that when she comes to the wrestling room, she gets the best of Spencer. And that's what Max Shaw said.
He did not hesitate. When you asked him, he was right on saying, oh, yeah, she gets him numerous times. Spencer disagreed, obviously. All Moore, 16-3.
And as soon as he lets you up, he puts his hand right back on you. And it's just so tiresome, especially for someone like Hayes, who hasn't had too much mat time, and going against somebody just continues to be aggressive to the point where he gets his technical fall. 19-4. Spencer Moore putting up the points.
Second bonus point victory for North Carolina. Moore puts up a season-high 20-4 over Sammie Hayes.
Looked really good. He said he wanted to work on offensive, not just being a person that's there, but he kept shooting, kept putting the hands on, takedown after takedown. Looking really good. But I'm looking forward to 133. Marlon Yarbrough